What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Dev Talks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering and technology wise. This episode, it's not too happy, not too innovative, really, because AMD did layoffs. So AMD basically went ahead and cut about 4% of their company. I want to say they cut about 4% of their company, and there's not really much people covering this. I feel there's before we dive into this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the algorithm. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. It means a lot. But I haven't been seeing a lot of people really covering this in detail and aspect, and it's been a lot of little short stuff. And LinkedIn, I've seen some news around this, but yeah, AMD is literally second in competing with Nvidia. So I see this thing for them, and it says they're laying off 4% of their workforce, and it's about 1,000 employees, and this is globally. And it's always crazy how like a small percentage of a company getting laid off is such a huge number. Like that's 1,000 people that no longer are getting jobs and whatnot. And it has a lot to do about gaming and stuff. And this is one of Nvidia's best competitors. They're second from them, probably. I would say AMD's doing a really good job. They're doing better than Intel, I would say. But the problem is they had a fallout. That is the problem. The fallout is, as we see, their gaming division. So and this is going based off the number of employees that they announced. Their stock is down 5% in 2024, while Nvidia is up 200%. So there's a lot of competition they're trying to keep up with. They're not producing in the AI department as good as Nvidia is doing. AMD expects a $5 billion AI chip set in sales this year, about a fifth of the 25.7 billion of total sales of one of their projects in 2024. Does not seem like a lot there, and their total market cap is about 500 billion by 2028, but they're dwarfed by Nvidia, is what it's saying, because where theirs is 25.7 billion, Nvidia's is 125 or 126 billion. That's a lot. Nvidia is killing all of their competitors out of the market, but this is the problem right here. Developed for gaming, the GPUs developed for gaming for Nvidia declined 54%. And that's about almost 3 billion in revenue. So all of these 4% of employees, do you know what division they were pulled out of? The gaming department. The gaming department is not generating money like it used to. They're losing a lot of sales for all of their products and whatnot, and because of that, they're losing it. Like, let me zoom in more so we can see this better together. So I've been reading this a little bit more backwards, but look, gaming department, originally developed for gaming, declined 59% in this year. This is where most of the people got laid off at. And their focus is to now focus more on the AI chips and stuff that Nvidia's been focusing on, so they can keep up and check up. I'm really not sure about all these market shares and how much they do it, but this shows more about what Nvidia is doing than what all their competitors are doing at all. It just makes no sense how Nvidia has been able to just grow so much. Like, let's see what this says here. But Nvidia dominates in the market for powerful chips with over 80% of the market share. Like, how are you going to compete with this? Nvidia has 80% of the market share for AI chips because it developed the core software that AI engineers needed to develop such programs as OpenAI and ChatGPT. That is insane. That's insane. If you had to ask me about whose lives are getting impacted, you can see where these companies are trending for. This is why I've always been preaching. Always have been preaching. If you are getting into, well, I've always been saying, one, gaming departments really suck. Like, I always wanted to be a game developer when I grew up. When I was growing up, that's who I wanted to be, and I pivoted right off of it. And I believe these are more hardware and some software positions. Moving off of that system, they don't need as many people in that workforce, especially globally. But and they need more AI people. They need to develop their AI chips better. They need to find a way to get more of that market share because there's only 20% left of it to eat off of. And you can already see the differences between how much they're making if they go from their FactSet projects selling 25 billion, almost 26 billion, and Nvidia is selling 126 billion. Like, the huge discrepancy between the two companies is right here. And just in case I didn't show it better earlier, like Wednesday, layoff 4% of its global staff, long-term computer chip makers. So, and this is to grow for stronger for intelligence. My thing is, why couldn't you train some of these gaming people to move to AI, the chip makers to AI chip making? Maybe it's because they don't know too much about AI and everything, and that would make sense. That would make sense for me. But they made a commitment. They're trying to get more money out of it, and this is the only way they can keep up with being number two because Nvidia is going to be holding number one for the long run. I don't know how they're going to keep up with it, but this did impact a lot of people's lives. Not as many people are really talking about it, but so I'm saying you have to go with the times. Yes, something might have been big and good for a while, but you can see this going. I expect Intel to do something like this soon, and all those other chip companies. They'll do layoffs and focus on their AI stuff. Every company is focusing on AI. If you're not focusing on AI as a company, there's something going wrong, and you're losing out on certain stuff, and that's how they all feel. They all feel like they're losing out because they need to double down on AI. And that's a fact. They need to double down on it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you are AMD and you were impacted by this, tell us your story and we'll go over it. But without further ado, hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with all your friends and family. Peace. See you next time. And if you want to see more videos like this, please click the video that pops up right about now. Thanks.